Is it possible that another
It is
Soundgarden studio
entirely
record
possible.
could be put together?
Yes, it is entirely possible.
So recently, Soundgarden guitarist Kim Thayil sat down with Eddie Trunk, and they discussed the future of Soundgarden. First of all, Kim was asked if Soundgarden would consider continuing on with a new lead singer, just like Alice in Chains have, for example. He stated that the band had contemplated that and thought through that very seriously, but at this point, no, there's just too much stuff going on with the other band members, and plus Chris was such a huge part of Soundgarden that at this point, that is not something that they are considering doing. But when asked by Eddie Trunk if Soundgarden had any future releases to come down the pike, Kim Thayil replied, "Yes, it is entirely possible there could be a new Soundgarden record. Because at the time that Chris passed, the band was already working on new material for a new studio album." Kim states that there's plenty of material already written, demoed, and recorded.
But you guys were working on more material, right? There was more stuff. What can you tell us about, is it possible that another Soundgarden studio record could be put together?
Yes, it is entirely possible.
So how much stuff was done?
Because that's what we were doing.
Right.
So, how much stuff was done?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we definitely have another record in us. There was
that Chris did enough vocally to cut.
Yeah, stuff that's written, stuff that's demoed and recorded, certainly.
However, it appears that the only obstacle blocking a new Soundgarden album from happening is the fact that the band do not have access to Chris Cornell's audio files that he was recording at the time. Kim says he foresees no problem with getting access to these audio files, but at the moment it's all tied up in Chris's estate and stuff like that, as you can imagine. But as long as the band can get access to those audio files, there is definitely going to be a new Soundgarden album coming on down the line.
Is there an obstacle stopping that?
There shouldn't be. There really isn't, other than the fact that we don't have those files.
The audio of his voice, his vocal track?
Yeah, because that's
not under your auspices? Is that okay?
So there you go, guys. Just a quick wee news story there. I reckon that's real exciting stuff to hear the material that Chris and the band was working on just before he passed away. Obviously, the last studio album the band did, that was in 2012, King Animal. Some really cool songs on there. As Kim says, you just have to tighten up some of his guitar stuff, add some more guitar work. You got Ben Shepherd on the bass, Matt Cameron putting his drums in. You got those audio files, as we mentioned before, with Chris Cornell singing. And he says they got a ton of material there to put out the new Soundgarden album, so it looks like it most probably is going to happen down the line. And I reckon that's really exciting. That's really cool. Personally, I think that'll be a great tribute to Chris Cornell. And I think it's fitting that that stuff gets released and gets heard and isn't just put away in a vault forever and no one ever gets to hear it. It was an album they were working on at the time, and if there's a way to get it out legitimately and it sounds good, I say do it. What do you guys think? Do you want to hear a new Soundgarden album? Leave your comments below, and we'll catch you next time.